There's a 7 by 5. 7 by 5. 7 by 5. Alright, so we can fit that down to right there, which means we need a secondary hallway coming down right here. Or would we be better spent putting some... Well, no. This is fine. Who's killing who? I wasn't aware we could start fires. At all. This isn't so good. They got a long way to go. This is problematic. How'd this fire start? Someone had a lighter. Seriously, it takes this long for the firefighters to get here? Well, they didn't waste much time. Well, we lost a prisoner. He lit this prison on fire. Confused how brick can break? But apparently it can. I've never yet had the prison catch on fire from someone smoking before. Okay, I get the materials down here, it's just gonna be a minute. Huh. Never had that happen yet. Why didn't it notify me is the only question I have. Alright, well, my only problem with doing the cells like this, in this type of fashion, is we're splitting this far too much. What if we went instead my original plan of down the hall like this? And do 4 cells and then have a hallway. Oh no, I see what I'm doing wrong. Haha. I'm trying to mimic a proper cell pattern. That becomes our first hallway. They're 7 by 5s, right? Double check that. 7 by 5. That's what I'm using as my model. Alright. Yeah, here we go. Because then I can just have a hallway like this. And we can just run the hallways laterally across. Do something like that. Seems reasonable. And then of course you have another hallway here, and how big was this whole stack? 13 by 48. Alright, so that's the size this sucker needs to be to include a bank that long all the way down. A hallway on each side. And to do the same over to here. I thought we had scads of guards in here. Why are we allowing the prisoners to kill each other? This is not okay. I'm busy trying to plan a prison over here, can't you see? And this one doesn't need to have a back hallway. It's short enough. We can just run this as the back wall. Now we just gotta divvy these cells up. I wish they would stop killing each other. We have guards all over here. Shouldn't be that hard. Alright, so there we go. That's luxury prison block number 1 for a total foundational size of 49 by 74. And we'll be copying that up here, so if we go 49 by 74. Something like that right there. The only problems are we've got to manage to fit on the back side here canteen, kitchen, and a common room. Anyway, we'll have sideways size as well. What do we say, 47 by 74? What's something like this look like? 49 is what it was. Not perfectly centered, is it? We come up by how much? 13, while we're coming down by how much? 19. If we add that much, that's 16. And then if we just whoop, something like that. Check the total specs. 74 by 49. So that's an exact block just flipped on its side and mirrored over here. The only problem is alignment. Should still be able to fit the same amount of cells in here. It's just going to be on a different alignment spectrum. It's going to be split more down the middle than the sides. So if we go down like that, like that for the opening edge. Leave that 2 wide hallway. And we'll see how many cells we can actually get out of this. You'll notice I didn't leave any rooms for showers. That's because these are all luxury cells. That stacks out evenly. What's the dimension set on this guy again? 33 by 13? Something's not adding up. What are we missing? Total width should be 48, or 49 I should say, by 74? Could be, just fine. Double check the dimensions. 74 by 49. This should fit. Guess we are splitting it a little bit differently. 2 wides, 2 wide. Ah, we're not. I just bungled the measurement. Thinking the symmetry should fit just fine. And again over here. Now that plots out the cells in their layout. Yeah, we don't need showers because the luxury cells will be having showers their own. But now we need to plot out canteens. Canteen I want to be centered off of the back hallway on each. It's something like that. We go down the line. So for the canteen to be centered off the back, we just got to plot out how many cells are we going to be fitting in each one of these. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it's 24 per block. We have 3 of those. 6. Okay, so and then we have 1, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 more on top. That's 30 total here. And how many prisoners can fit in a single table on a canteen? Okay, so we have a total of, what was it again? 92, right? We got the 24 times 3, that's 72. No, right? Yeah, 72. And then 30 across these. That's 102. We got 102 prisoners, you guys sit. We can see how many can fit at a table here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fit per table, per bench. So if we look at a setup like this, we got 4, 8, 16, 24. Excuse me, 32. Down the line. Then we can go to. Okay, so if we go over here and we go to objects, we would want the serving tables here. So that's 5. Hold on, we want to say that. There's 10 plus a bin, so we just need 11. And then we can go straight to tables and benches. So the bench. There's a bench. We line it up like that. How about if we went like this? There's a bench, table, bench, bench, table, bench, bench, table, bench. Leaves a 2 wide hallway down the side and a 2 wide hallway down there. Copy the same setup there. Alright, so if we said bench, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, that's 48 times 4. Oh wow, that's actually way more than we need. Right? I don't know, that feels like it's not that big though. I mean, obviously the cells are a lot larger than what we're packing over here. So we are fitting a different amount in. Is that 100? So technically 2 of these banks would be more than enough. So that would be a canteen. We could fit a smallish, that is pretty small, common room right there. kitchen I'd have to measure for exact size would go there. And you could have something like a... Actually, this could become a classroom. There's never that many people in a classroom, so this could become a classroom. Kitchen, common room, then we have room up here for like spirituality and all of that stuff. So if we're to start on these little banks, on the same positioning, if we look at walls, we are needing a total space of 62 by 74. Oh, do you see how barely that fits? Oof. You almost need to buy land up there. And what's the specs again, right? 62 by 74 is what we came up with, right? 62 by 74. That's the total size we need. Before we add anything else on. That was expensive. Yeah, I knew it would be expensive, hence why I've been playing just to let the money build. 62 by 74, it's $57,000 per. Holy cow. So much. Alright, let us figure out why our supply of goodies is so high. Alright, so we're getting a lot of scissors stolen out of the mail room. No, the library room. So scissors is a huge... No wonder where all our weapons are coming from. So it could behoove us to put the library, not the mailroom, library. Make the library off of a metal detector. Yeah, kitchen's got a little bit stolen from it. A lot is being stolen out of the yard. It's being thrown. It's being generated elsewhere. Yeah, we're already aware of where those is coming from. Not much you can do with the... So that's that. Again, the other library is a huge source of scissors. Cleaning cupboards as well. Somehow they're sneaking cell phones out of the psych's office. Managing to actually get a bit of stuff through visitation. Yeah, they're just stealing stuff out of the psych's office. So it's the libraries that have the biggest problem in terms of contraband generation. I forgot I just said install my workers to worker hell at the moment by working on these foundation sets. Oh, the trucks just go for days. I mean, we make enough in exports, we can always fire a few if we need to. Objects, slam a metal detector in there, and a metal detector in there. Make that a priority, and make that a priority. Check the utilities. This one's powered and ready to go. Got plenty of power left in the system to operate it. This one's up here, running off of this grid, which goes to which generator? This one, which still has plenty to operate it. We just need to put an extension out to reach that door. Hopefully some of our workmen should get that. Shouldn't be a supply of this anymore. We just did a shakedown. Let's do a second. Let's tick the prisoners off. Why not? This should reduce the amount of stolen froms. The ropes I don't care about. I really don't care about the ropes. They can steal all the ropes they want. No problem to me. I'm getting a lot of stuff thrown off in these corners of the yard. The other yards don't have a problem with, so it's literally just a period of... Guard patrol exists, but it's not staffed. Oh, it is staffed. Not at all times. We just need like... So it needs to be extended up to here. I just need like 3 guards out here at all times. Also, I see we are finding people have been attempting to dig since the last 2 hours of which we finished. Making some headway, but my prison's pretty built against digging. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Prison Architect. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.